This follows the recent claims by Mashi Traditional Authority petitioning government to make part of Bobota National Park a settlement for the Hambukushu community and to be given power in decision-making, management, and benefit from the resources derived from the national park, amongst others. Mayuni stressed that Bafwe and Bukushu and some Kwe communities moved out of Western Caprivi in the 1930s due to the incidences of tsetse infestation, which caused a disease called Nagana. Mayuni's message was read by retired Chief Inspector Richard Mashwaiselo.
The Mashi Traditional Authority strongly supports the position of the government regarding the status of the Bobota National Park. We also appreciate the support from the Nyanti Traditional Authority in encouraging the government to keep Bobota as a national park. Since the establishment of community-based tourism, substantial economic benefits continued to accrue to local communities and the Namibian nation. Apart from economic benefits, we consider coexistence with animals as being part of our cultural heritage.
Mayuni further emphasized that his traditional authority supports the maintenance of habitation by the indigenous Kwe community as the first inhabitants of the area.
The Mashi Traditional Authority is against tampering with the Bobota National Park and urges the entire community in the area to support government efforts in uplifting the local and national economy through tourism. We also encourage all traditional communities not to try to artificially extend their boundaries by encroaching on other communities' land for the sake of peace and stability.
The Kwe headmen of Masambo, Cheto, and Omega in Bobota National Park who were in attendance had this to say.
I think the arrival of the Bukushu, in my opinion and in my observation, especially in the area where we live, came after the wars, the South African and Namibian liberation, war of liberation. Therefore, I do not have much knowledge about the Hambukushus having claiming that area as ancestral land. I am in agreement with what my colleague said, and also let me add that it would be more important if we had our Kwe leader, because it is so painful to be called a subject by another tribe, because as independent ethnic groups, we are supposed to have our own traditional leaders. So I would encourage this traditional authority to also work hand in hand with us and assist us into having our own traditional authority, so that we, as it was said in the presentations here, continue to coexist and have mutual understanding.
The two headmen stressed that the claims by the Hambukushu Traditional Authority must be condemned in the strongest terms because they are not true. Sililomviana, NBC News, Mashi Traditional Authority, Choi.